so great this year to see at the show. There's actually 3 designers that are neighbours to each other, and they've both really challenged their perception of design and worked with materials that they have not usually used. There's Leslie, who's done the most amazing kind of sculptural piece that takes you on a journey, and then Joost and Kiki have both worked with Venice Projects to do a whole series of glass pieces. Now, Lindsay, this is a beautiful, beautiful series of work. Tell me how this project came about.
It came about, it was really an evolution from the work I do normally, which up to now has been commissions from architects and interior designers for lighting, and this piece really gave me an opportunity to take that a step further and
break the boundaries.
So I decided to really strip down a lot of the elements, so I'm only using hand-blown glass tubing, and it's incorporated into the armatures as well as the illuminated elements. And then we cast lots of little bits that were in our nature lab at studio in bronze and brass. So
that's all the beautiful acorns and the spikes.
Yes, spikes, they're porcupine quills and coral and water chestnuts, and so that people as they walk through it can really stumble upon these little details as you would walking through the woods.
I love it. You just found everything in your studio.
I did. And these here are cast Lego plants. So my little boy is 6, so my life is also about Legos. So
that's okay, that's okay. Yeah. Actually, the user also has some sort of design quality in it. They get to decide, you know, where it's going to be or how it's to be used.
Absolutely. Like, I would love to see one of these horizontal pieces over a long dining room table. I think it'd be gorgeous. Or like something that's tight to a ceiling in a living room. So it just is becoming, I think it's a real meeting of sculpture and industrial design.
Well, what's happened is something quite beautiful. Thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Pleasure.
Now, you two have both worked with the Venice Projects. Is this the first time you've both worked with glass, or Kiki?
I worked before with glass already in Holland with 2 different types of glass. One is laboratory glass and the other is crystal, same as Murano. But Murano is more detailed and there are more possibilities. So Murano glass is the first time for me to work with that.
And how did you find it? Like, what were the challenges you faced with this particular type of glass?
The biggest challenge is, in fact, to communicate with the master glass blower, because a lot of times they don't speak.
You're like, this is my idea, please make it how I've envisaged it.
Yeah, a lot of times they don't speak English, and first time they are quite stubborn, but when they feel that you really want to work with them, and then you can talk, then something is...
I guess it's a long tradition. Did you face the same challenge?
Yeah, well, what you have to do, especially when it comes to size, you have to draw everything much bigger than you eventually want it. So they start complaining like, this is way too big. You have to really challenge them and encourage them to do it on the size you like. Also, as self-producing designers, we always face this challenge of convincing people to do it the way we want to work, and that's very important, because we feel that you don't have to compromise on things, because if you compromise you end up with a sort of average quality, average size, average level, and we want like top quality.
It's kind of great showcasing both of you together. Like your pieces are very kind of sleek and minimal and structured and almost kind of like chess and game light. And Kiki, your pieces there's almost like a little journey and a quirky story. Did you guys know before what you were both creating, or how did they kind of exhibit you both together?
No, we didn't know. We just did our own thing, and then it turned out to be presented very well together, because it's like a contrast, but at the same time there's a kind of match.
Also, in our normal collections, we don't work together, but we are a couple. You can see the sort of same background on things. So maybe sometimes the same inspiration or same materials we both like at the same time. But in the end, we both have completely different execution of it. But because it has some link, you will see it matches very well.